Okay, so I want to get back to this 32-hour trip where you and Bradford almost
Yeah.
didn't make it.
We decided it was apparently, we're both from the East Coast, so we were going to drive back home and meet our families on a little mini vacation we were going. So we drove from North Dakota to North Carolina, and it was like a 32-hour trip. And we decided to do it straight through. We didn't want to pull over.
You didn't stay at a hotel or
No,
anything?
we just drove straight through.
Oh.
We pulled over for like 2 to 3 hours at a rest stop when I started getting tired. So I was like, and he was zoinked out. So I pulled over and just slept for like about 2 hours and then got some coffee and back on the road. But by the end of the trip, when we went into the Outer Banks of North Carolina, which is beautiful. By the time we got there, I was like, I need to go to the gym. And I was like, I'm going to work out on the beach. I left him and just went and ran on the beach for a little bit.
So were you guys kind of scrapping though along the way a little bit?
It's just you're in a car and
you
you're
get
just sitting there
irritated.
for like, so long, and you
haven't
just
slept.
you just need to get out. And he's just, let's get there. And I'm like, can we stop? There's the world's largest, peanut. Let's go look at it.
Oh, you're like the Chevy Chase from National, like the biggest barn of yarn or whatever, ball of yarn.
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm like, let's go stop.
Ashley and Bradford also, apparently they go out hiking, camping. Before we get to those though, well,
our
nice.
first, we call it the Arick Expeditions, and if you didn't know, I'm married to Bradford Arick here at the station, a fellow reporter, and we're both from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was our first, I consider, Arick Expedition, is when we got married earlier this year.
Awesome.
And that's in Pittsburgh, back-to-back champions of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Just going to throw that in there. Matt Cullen, we all have to support him here, so let's go cheer for the black and yellow. But we've taken up this thing this year is we want to try to enjoy Minnesota State Park. So in North Dakota, we've been going out. So the first one we went to an overnight trip, literally backpacking, where you carry everything on your back, was at Maplewood State Park, part of the North Country Trail, which we hiked in Pennsylvania when we were in college. So we took a picture of this. This is out in Maplewood, and we pitched a tent, and it was 70 degrees, if you remember, in May. It was beautiful. That weekend, it's 70 degrees. Look how beautiful it was out there. But then overnight, it was like in the 40s, high 30s, so it was a little chilly.
You were freezing?
Yeah, we were freezing. It was not as glamorous as
Have
this
you guys
picture.
always been campers, or just kind of a new thing?
Recently we went to the Glacial Lake State Park out in Starbuck, which is near Alexandria area, and we took Beth Houle and Nicole Johnson from Valley News Live with us. So this is a picture of us, and you can see how enthused Bradford is in that picture.
I was gonna say.
As we're all jumping for joy.
By the way, Bradford, if you're watching, you need to start working out, bro.
He is. You gotta. Hey, we got married and added a few. And that's what you're supposed to do.
I'm just giving him a bad time. He's trying to show off the guns. I'm like, come on, Bradford.
And then recently, just a couple, 2 weekends ago, we went to out near Battle Lake. This is, an awesome s'more. Look how yummy that looks. And that, I take pictures of food, which annoys him. But we recently went to Glendalough State Park, which if you haven't been there, that's out at Battle Lake, only about an hour and a half away. I recommend going out there. There's 2 lakes.
So were you guys camping out right on the lake kind of thing?
This one was carted, so you put your stuff from your car into a cart and then you pull it into your campsite, and it's near a lake, but it's not right on the lake. But beautiful country. Just to get out there, you should check it out for a day. Take your daughter and Audrey and go check it out. There's no motorized boats allowed at Glendalough State Park on the lakes there.
Awesome.
So it's all canoes and kayaks and things like that.
Is there a Four Seasons hotel that I can stay at? Or?
No, you're not a camper, are you?
I'm not a camper, no. Is it that obvious, AB?
Yeah. I don't know, there's something about being in the outdoors, which is just...
I'm with you. I love being out there, but I like to know that I'm going to go home to a nice, cozy bed and not have bears hanging out or sniffing around.
Well, in a state park with other campers around, you're kind of okay.
Did you see any cool wild animals? Were you?
There was fish the first time we went to Maplewood. They were jumping and stuff like that. A beaver. That was the big one that I think.
That's not bad.
A beaver came up and I was like, it's the size of a small dog. So that was.
But you're not you're maybe kind of scared of a beaver, but not too much.
No, there wasn't bears to worry about, so that was good.
We're going to be doing some swimsuits later in the show. So apparently Tony's got the one that I'm going to be modeling later. So you want to, right there?
Oh, yeah.
That's the bull wrap.
Yeah.
I can
so
rock
picture
that thing really well. I'm going to get my glasses like that. I might even put on a mustache for later in the show. So.
Yeah. But first, the Mad Dog Merle Midwest Grilling Show is a grilling program that features both gas and charcoal grilling. They show us how to grill just about anything and everything under the sun.
Is this them or you and Bradford
No,
doing
this is them. We need help with our grilling. Okay. But they make their own creations of sauces, dry rubs, and condiments that they use in the grilling show. And it can be seen here on the Fargo CW weekdays at 1:30 p.m. and Sundays on KX4 at 6:30 a.m. and on KVLY on 6:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. as well.
Mad Dog and Merrill here. Well, my brat's done.
Yeah, that's great.